Hi guys, today we're going to be drawing gingerbread houses. Our learning target today is I can use lines and shapes to draw a gingerbread house. We're also going to be focusing on creating patterns today. Materials you'll need today are colored pencils, a black marker, and a piece of paper. Of course, you can always use crayons or markers. If that's all you have, that's fine. Let's start off by drawing an upside down V for our roof. Make sure it's nice and big. Then we'll move on to the sides of our house. You can draw a straight line. I'm going to make my lines a little bit curved. I'm going to draw a straight horizontal line almost to the right edge of the page, and a second one to make the side roof of my house. And I'll just connect them with a little bit of a curved line and one last curved line for the other side of my house. I'll connect the bottoms with two straight horizontal lines. I'm next going to draw my door, which is a rectangle. I'm going to add a window in my door. Your window can be any shape you want. Circle for the doorknob. Now I'm going to add a window. My window is a square, and I'm going to add two straight lines inside, one vertical and one horizontal. Now I'm adding shutters to the sides of my windows, which are just straight lines, vertical and horizontal. On the other side of my house, I'm going to draw a bigger window. This one's a rectangle. I'm going to add shutters to this window too, so two straight lines down vertically and a couple of lines horizontally inside to make the shutters complete. Perfect. Now I'm going to add a big wreath. So one giant circle, and around my circle I'm going to draw curved lines like puffy clouds. And down at the bottom of my wreath, I'm going to draw a little bow. Perfect. I think I'll give my house a chimney with a couple of lines horizontally and vertically to make it look like my chimney is made of bricks. I'm gonna draw a big puffy cloud coming out of my chimney like somebody's having a fire inside. Next, I'm going to make a design on my roof, just kind of a curved line pattern. This design is called scallops, but they're just big U-shaped curved lines that we're using today to make a design for our roof. I'm gonna add some Christmas lights on my house. Christmas lights can be oval shapes that kind of point on one end, so kind of like an upside down teardrop. So it's an oval with a pointy side. I'm gonna add tree next to my front door, and that's a triangle with two straight lines coming down from the bottom of the triangle. Those lines are called vertical. I'm gonna give my trees stars on top. I'm adding circles inside of my trees for decoration. I'm adding more circles around my windows. We all know that gingerbread houses are made of lots of candy, so I'm adding lots of circles, and those are meant to be my candies. We're creating patterns here of shapes and lines. Next, I'm gonna add curved lines on top of my roof, and these lines are just like the puffy clouds I like to make. And this is meant to be snow on top of my roof. I'm gonna give myself a ground that my house is sitting on and add some candy canes in the yard. Candy canes are made of curved lines, and most of the time they're striped, so I'm gonna add lines inside of my candy cane for stripes. Great, now it's time to add color. Remember, you can use colored pencils, crayons, markers, whatever you have. Today, I'm going to use colored pencils. You can also use whatever color you want. But remember, today we're making patterns, so when you're thinking about what colors to use, maybe you want to make a pattern out of your Christmas lights and color them red, green, red, green, red, green. Because we all know that a pattern means that it's something that repeats. For your assessment today, you can tell me which kind of lines, shapes, and patterns you used. I used straight lines, vertical and horizontal lines, diagonal lines, and curved lines. For shapes, I used circles, squares, and rectangles. And for my pattern, I made a rainbow pattern, and I also made patterns of shapes like circles and curved lines.